trick was going to be, how do you try to get the other people to admit the game is over and do what needs to be done for the city? And so that was kind of my mindset, was mostly for me to be quiet, assume that the attorneys are going to do their job, and let the facts speak for themselves. So I went in there knowing that, you know, you don't call a rush meeting to say, hey guys, everything's good. I knew that they had finalized findings that were very bad. And so it kind of played out as expected. I was a little surprised to get the 4-1 vote. I expected Kathy to always just kind of triangulating what's going to benefit her. And when the game's up, she knows she has to move on. She's certainly not going to hold any allegiances to anybody. But I was a little surprised about Ray Sean, and I couldn't begin to tell you why he voted that way. But it wasn't based on the findings.
Everybody.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to find out real soon about LC Jones. I mean, this is a guy who was benefiting, and I guess still thinks he's going to benefit more than he's going to lose, and he's just very wrong. Yeah, he's playing with forces that are way behind him now, and they're going to get him in real trouble. He's in real trouble. I do, but I don't want to sit up here and act like Harvey Dent or something. I do. I think at the very least, they're going to receive criminal attention, and then they'll have to determine, can we meet the evidence of proof and all this other stuff? Can we call in all the people that were involved? One thing I've noticed, though, is that in these criminal cases, if there's some form of civil settlement, they often let the criminal thing go. Found that out the last time we went through potential criminal stuff with the city. So I don't want to speculate on that. All I want to know is there are violations of law. I can tell you that definitively. Now, whether or not someone wants to prosecute that, or if there's a civil remedy is more expedient, we'll see. But we did cite, well, we actually didn't cite it out loud, but we discussed it, and I said it in an interview afterward. We did discuss conflict of Virginia interest act law. So that's a pretty serious one for a politician. You can't be influence peddling. Full picture, they'll never get the full picture. And reason being, I do my duty. There are things in there that would hurt the city of Martinsville. I mean, literally. This is not like an abstract reputation harm or something. I mean, cost citizens money. People did some bad things. But I've requested a redacted report that basically highlights or illustrates all the behavior that people were going up to, and then takes out some of the legal analysis and maybe some of the very specific names and who said what and did what to who. But leaving in the context so you can see at least who did it, if not to who, because I don't want them to turn around and sue us. So yeah, one way or another, that's coming out. I've already told the attorneys that. It's my understanding they spoke to me yesterday. They're working on a redacted report. So that's going to come out. If it doesn't, I took a contemporaneous memo where I wrote through the order of things we talked about, the nature of things we talked about, and I'll release that. I don't want to break privilege. I don't want to do things without majority support of council, but we're not going to cover this stuff up in our own community and lie and hide from our own citizens. We're not going to do that. So if that's the way those guys want to go, they can go that way, and they're going to look terrible for trying to prevent the truth from coming out in the community. I told you in our last interview, it's going to be a fight. I promise you, there's already probably 3 unethical, or at least very least people willing to play ball with these folks so they can keep the favor train going. And they're going to feel out anyone who's going to be ethical, who's going to stand their ground when they see something wrong. They're not going to want those people. We've already seen those people get moved out of our government. So I'm expecting that. And I already told you before, I plan to stick to it. I'm going to be very aggressive. I'm going to literally warn. I'm being very careful with my words. It is a warning. It's not a threat. It's a warning. If you come in here and you think you're going to play ball with the Kathy Lawson and sell out this community, I swear I'm going to get you. Guaranteed. Julian will get you, I'll get you, somebody in this community is going to get you, but you're going to be exposed, and your next career hop won't be so pleasant. Oh my goodness. I would say it's a net damage. I think there are a couple council members, I would hope that I'm one of those that have earned the trust of the community, and then we've got 3 that have just demolished all trust in this body. And I think it's maybe a positive we've woken folks up, and that I think the sentiment is most people know that. But again, even after this, you still have 3 people who were never going to serve the community on this body. And so what have we really gained? We've moved one piece off the board that was incredibly damaging to this community, but you've got all the peace holders still there. So, you know, in my mind, I just worry about who comes after the last city manager, because that could be every bit as bad with this group of people. So I would say it's a net damage, but I hope we've sparked enough hope that in the next election, we never see the likes of a Kathy Lawson or a Rayshawn Gravely again.
You already know
we double up at Autos by Nelson, and now we're taking it to the next level. You'll still receive double the warranty on all new vehicles, but now we're offering triple the peace of mind. With free towing up to 125 miles and no collision deductible at our body shop for any new or used vehicle. It's just one more way we're tripling up at Autos by Nelson. Do you know her?
Sova Martinsville encourages men to take charge of their health starting today. Focus on 4 key areas. Schedule regular checkups, eat a balanced diet, stay active, and support your mental well-being. Small, consistent steps can lead to a longer, healthier life. Whether it's hitting the gym, eating smarter, or seeing your doctor, every action counts. Let Sova help you live your best life.
Save big this summer with this exclusive offer, only available at Cunningham Tire in Bassett. Now until August 16th, you can get a $100 rebate with the purchase and installation of a set of Michelin tires from Cunningham Tire. No other local tire dealer has this exclusive offer. With over 2,700 tires in stock, you can get tires installed today. We also offer alignments, state inspections, brakes, and oil changes. Call us today to schedule your appointment, 276-629-1142. Cunningham Tire, we keep you rolling.
My name is Patrick Sharp. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Gardner, Barrow & Sharp here in Martinsville. If you've been injured in a serious automobile collision or perhaps a minor injury with a rear end collision, we've been handling personal injury cases in the area for almost 50 years. Give us a call for a free evaluation of your case, 276-638-2455.
In other news coming from Henry County, a bomb threat made against the Henry County Animal Services shelter on Wednesday has led to the arrest of a 67-year-old woman, authorities confirmed. At approximately 12:42 p.m. on August 6th, 2025, the Henry County Sheriff's Office Animal Services shelter received a voicemail from a female caller threatening to get a bomb and bomb anything involving police. Animal Services deputies and the shelter manager quickly responded, conducting a full assessment of the facility. They confirmed that there was no breach of security and that no animals, staff, or members of the public were ever in danger. Investigators traced the threatening voicemail to a phone number belonging to Carrie Jean Harlow, born January 9th, 1958. Following the investigation, warrants were issued for threat to bomb, a felony under Virginia Code Section 18283. Later that same day, Harlow was arrested without incident at her residence and taken to the Henry County Adult Detention Center, where she was later released on a $3,000 secured bond. Sheriff Wayne Davis emphasized the seriousness of such threats, stating, "The Henry County Sheriff's Office takes all threats of this nature seriously and will continue to pursue charges against individuals who cause alarm and disrupt public safety." Authorities urge anyone with information related to this incident to contact the Henry County Sheriff's Office at 276-638-875-1 or Crime Stoppers at 276-632-746-3363. CRIME. Tipsters may remain anonymous and could be eligible for a cash reward if their information leads to an arrest and conviction. This information was provided via an official press release from Henry County Sheriff Wayne Davis.
Thanks for tuning in to BTW21 Weather. I'm Chad Hall. Day is August the 11th. Monday here, a little bit rainy and drizzly, but I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. It looks like we're going to be off and on showers pretty much all day today. About a 51% chance of showers all day here on Monday. We'll take a look at Southside. Martinsville and Ridgeway, we're going to be about 79 degrees again with about a 50% chance of showers all day. We work our way up from about 77. Rocky Mount and Boone's Mill are 76. Woolwine as well. And we'll see Stewart and Ararat at about 75. We'll take a look at our overnight. Again, temperatures are going to be dropping down into the 60s, which is a little odd this time of year. We're going to bottom out at about 68 degrees here in Ridgeway and Martinsville. As we work our way up, Oak Level will be about 67. Ferrum will be 66. We'll see Rocky Mount and Boone's Mill at about 65. Ararat and Stewart, same thing, about 65. And Woolwine at about 63 degrees. There's still going to be about an 8% chance rolling into the early AMs. We may see some showers potentially moving around. There is a south wind at about 3 miles an hour, but it's going to be clearing up a little bit as we roll into some AM or maybe even into the early morning. Again, we're going to give the day about a number 3. We know it's going to rain pretty much. It's going to be a pretty dreary Monday here in Southside. We topped off again about 79 degrees and also cooling at about 68 degrees. We got the northwest winds again, going to be 3 to 4 miles per hour. And there's still about a 25% chance of rain again off and on. So we got 6:33 a.m. sunrise this morning. Although it was covered by a pretty heavy cloud cover, we didn't see much of the sun, and nor will we today, I don't believe. Now let's take a look at our frill equipment 5-day forecast. Now, some of the weather has changed. I thought we were going to see a lot of showers Monday and Tuesday, even into Wednesday. But looks like some things have shifted a little bit on the mods. And now we're seeing Tuesday going to be about 81 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. And that's going to roll right into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Going to basically be a similar 3 days coming up. 86 on Thursday, 89 on Thursday, and 86 on Friday. And again, mostly cloudy on Wednesday, but it's going to be partly cloudy Thursday and Friday. So it looks, I was thinking we was going to deal with this rain all week long. Looks like we're going to shift a little bit, and looks like that sun is going to poke its head out and give us a little of that sun this week. So that's our frill 5-day equipment. 5-day equipment forecast. Not really. He's got equipment. 5-day forecast by Frill Equipment, and he's got all the equipment needs that you have. And again, thanks to Ashbrook Audiology for helping us out as well. So that'll kind of wrap it up for us on this kind of dreary Monday. A little bit of humid out today as well. So everybody get that raincoat out, get that umbrella, because you're probably going to need it off and on throughout the day. But it looks like we're going to see some sun popping on out tomorrow. So that'll wrap it up for me until Tuesday. Everybody stay dry and stay blessed.
Relationships, they are the most precious and important thing we have in life. An uncorrected or improperly corrected hearing loss negatively affects each and every one of those relationships. Did you know that you have hearing insurance benefits available to you? At Ashbrook Audiology, we are the region's go-to providers for benefits from affordable hearing care, true hearing, and many more. Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter. Martinsville and Danville.
All right, Coach Johnson, what's your main focus right now during conditioning, on this off-season training? What's your main focus for these guys?
Making sure we're being very specific on the details. We're breaking down the details. We want the guys to understand the small things matter, and that's all we're doing out here. You know, is just making sure guys are understanding how to route run, how to catch a football, how to tuck a football, things that they may think they just do naturally, but we want to get it in their minds, the small things, because in a football game on Friday nights, those small things matter. Those small things lead to wins or losses, so we're trying to do that. Pressure is something that I've always been told, pressure either busts pipes, but that same pressure can also form a diamond. Which one are you going to be? And we like to think that, man, we're ready to become diamonds and handle pressure. Pressure is something that you put on yourself, and we're not doing that. We're coming out here, we're going to play a game we love. A lot of us been doing it our whole life. This is going into my 16th year coaching. Love it. And just trying to get these guys to understand Don't worry about pressure. Pressure is nothing but what other people talk about. We're just going to go out, have fun, play this game the right way. To get better every week, my varsity guys got a lot of returners. Super excited about them. And I know they're feeling a little bit of pressure they're putting on themselves because we hadn't really performed the way we know we could the last 2 years. So they got a chip on their shoulder. We're being overlooked a little bit. So they're excited about it. And I'm excited about the group I have. I have a great group of senior leaders, great group of juniors behind them. And man, we're going to have some sophomores and maybe even a freshman step up and make some noise this year as well. Always Magna Vista. Always Magna Vista, Martinsville. The hometown games are always fun. You know, a lot goes into those. Outside noise goes into those games for these kids, but for me, it's fun. It's fun seeing the community get together, and it being everybody in the community comes together. There's no problems, no issues, and we just have a good time. Joy. Every day I wake up, I'm not dreading coming to my job. I love what I do, and it's because I get to come work with guys who really love being here, but I also get to work with guys who I know they might need me. And they know, hey, there are days I need them. So they bring this job, this career brings me a lot of joy. And it's all because of the kids I get to work with, the administrators I get to work for. And it's just, I love it. Even in my past job, loved it. Same thing. You know, just being in 2 different schools in this county over 16 years, it's been awesome. And I've really loved it.
It's more than just football.
It is way more than football to me. You know, football is probably the last thing on the list if I had to create a list of why I'm here. Football is probably last, but man, I find joy in this job, and I love giving glory to God through this job. So it's awesome feeling.
We're going to take another quick commercial break. Don't go nowhere. I have more news when we get back.
You no longer have to come to Lee's Tire and Wheel to have your tires installed. Come on, let's go. Let me show you how it works.
Batana de Leon translates to the lion's den in English. It refers to a place or situation that is dangerous, challenging, or intimidating, much like a lion's lair. The phrase is often used metaphorically to describe confronting difficulties or facing formidable opponents. For example, if someone says, "I'm entering the lion's den," they mean they are about to deal with a challenging situation or confront someone powerful. So it's a vivid expression that captures the idea of facing adversity head on. So right now people can go on to samiamthe1barber.com. It's a very detailed site, easy for booking. I'm at 62 Fayette Street, Suite 114. I'm the last suite in the building.
Looking for complete office solutions? From classrooms to corporate offices, we provide tailored designs. Get everything you need for your workspace from Bassett Office Supply, conveniently located at 2266 Ferrystone Park Highway. Transforming spaces for over 50 years. Visit us today.
For nearly 30 years, Drake Extrusion offers you the personalized service and flexibility of a custom supplier. With research and development based on 2 continents, Drake is on the cutting edge of polypropylene fiber technology. We work daily with polymer suppliers to improve existing products and meet the challenge of new end uses. We not only value our products, but we also value our employees. For more information, email us at info@drakeextrusion.com or give us a call at 276-632-0159.
Hi, I'm Ginger. Welcome to Oasis Wellness Escape right here in Martinsville. We'll see you at the located at 2559 Greensboro Road, right here in Martinsville. 276-336-3067.
Now it's time for the BTW21 Sports presented by Gym 24.
I think, we finally have a lot of experience this offseason, a lot of older guys, 4-year players, guys that understand how the process starts from beginning to end. So those guys really bought into that, and, they're here. It's been an interesting offseason already, but they've been here, they've been working. The younger guys have come in, they try to hold those guys accountable, which is something we really haven't had before. That comes with experience, leadership, those things, but they've done a good job of that. They bought into the fact it's their team. A player-led team wins more than a coach-led team, obviously. So, I think that's the message we try to put on those guys for the last couple of years. They finally figured that out, and I think they're finally showing that this offseason for sure, taking ownership of the team.
We got more guys in this year. We got more team chemistry since we've been playing longer with Fielder, and we stacking on. We started from 0-10 season, then we went to 3-7. Now we're shooting for state. I said that last year, but that's always the goal. It's just really about stacking days and getting better every day.
The expectations are high. We have depth finally. We've got guys we can play different positions. We've got experience. Those things are there now. We haven't had those the last couple of years. They know that our expectations are high. We expect to be successful. We expect to win games. We expect to fight through adversity. Those are the things we didn't do in the past. We didn't stay together in tough situations. We quit when things started getting tough. We're changing districts, but the district we're going into is really tough. They're very well-coached teams, so we got to match that and be more athletic on top of that. But I do think these guys have bought into the fact that, we got to play 4 quarters, not one, hope things go well, and then if it doesn't, we quit. That's kind of been the problem here lately. But I think we're better with that. I think they understand that it's a full team concept. In the past, individuals want to get their own stats and those kind of things. Now I think they understand that it doesn't matter. The thing that matters most is having that number in the win column at the end of the day.
No, we've been building in the weight room, building on the field, been building on everything really, because nobody can ever be perfect, but that's what we hope to achieve in the coming up season. Physically, I think we're feeling a lot better from last season. I think we improved a lot. For me, it looks like working hard every day in practice, doing everything right, getting the little details right, just doing the little things so we can hope to achieve the big things.
Discipline, we got to increase our weight, and we can't slack off doing this, and it's all about our leaders. Like, if the seniors don't step up, then we ain't really got a team. Yeah, it's tougher, definitely. You got to make sure you up to par with everything you do. You got to be a good role model for, the freshmen and sophomores that don't really know anything yet. You really got to live to the standard,
They've come right in and fit right in. We've got a lot of, not a lot, we got a few guys that hadn't played in the last couple of years that are playing now. They've had a good impact already. The guys have meshed well with those guys, and they're tough-minded guys. That's the main thing. At least right now, when you get in the season, you'll find out who's really tough and who's not. But I think that everything's kind of meshed well together. We've got a new rule this year, 60%. If you don't make the offseason 60% of the time, you don't get to play, and I think that helps. The guys that are in and out all the time, they're not here, so that togetherness is there, and those guys really they kind of bought in. They understand that it's an investment. They put that investment in, and they work hard for it. Our thing is we've got the skill level, we've got strength, we got experience. We've got to have mental toughness. That's all we've talked about is mental toughness. You can't quit in the second quarter when things are tough. You can't quit in the fourth quarter when things are tough. And on the flip side of that, you can't quit when you're up, when you're winning. You've got to play 4 straight quarters of mental tough football and play by play kind of situation. You can't get high when it's high. You can't get low when it's low. You got to play through that. And I think that's been our whole talk. We've got to be mentally tough. We've had a good off season. We've had guys that have put a lot of work in, but all that stuff doesn't matter if you quit the second things get tough. Then you just wasted your off season. So that's been our thing. Do better, get tougher. We talk about grit. That's one of our main things. We don't say it all the time, but we know that's what we're talking about. Grit. You got to fight through stuff. We're a program that's going to be built on grit, and I think they understand what that looks like now. They've seen what happens. You look at last year, our second quarters in a couple games were bad. We were in tight ball games early. We quit. We can't do that. Give yourself a chance in third and fourth quarter. Who knows what's going to happen?
We'll take our very last commercial break. When we get back, we'll have your Apex Bail Bonds Crime Report.
Frustrated by that crack in your windshield? At Daniels Auto Glass, we don't just fix glass, we restore your peace of mind. Our certified technicians use top-grade materials and precision techniques to repair or replace any auto glass damage. Need us to come to you? Our mobile service brings our expertise right to your home or office. Don't let that chip become a crack, or that crack become a bigger problem. We are ready to serve you. Daniels Auto Glass, clear views ahead, peace of mind guaranteed.
When you need help on the road, trust the name that's always there. Harbor Towing and Recovery, located at 6010 Greensboro Road in Ridgeway, Virginia. We're certified, licensed, and insured, ready to serve you any time of day or night. Whether it's tires, brakes, or engine repair, we've got you covered. Call 276-632-2580, and remember, in a roadside emergency, tell the police to call Harbor Towing and Recovery, a name you can trust.
Blue Ridge Aquaculture is hiring both full-time and part-time drivers. Home every other night. CDL, Class A, and 2 years of experience required. Excellent benefit package including medical, dental, vision, life, short-term disability, and long-term disability, and 401k. Apply online at www.blueridgeaquaculture.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Matilda at Maddie B's, and I invite you to come join us and shop with us. We have gifts, we have apparel, we have treasures for yourselves. It truly is a joyous place here, and we invite you to come for all your gifting needs. Join us either in person or online. Contact us at 276-694-4438. Maddie B's, where friends shop and friendships begin.
At PVT Express, we're fast, we're reliable, and we're here when you need us. From oil changes to major jobs, PVT has you covered with the best technicians in the business. Stop by our service center where our certified technicians will get your oil change done right. Visit us today at PVT Express, where speed meets service. PVT Express, done right.
Here at BTW21 for your Apex Bail Bonds Crime Report today, August the 5th. First up, James Robert Bungie II, Martinsville, Virginia, looking at probation violation felony, 7 counts. J. Stephen Mogorioros, Martinsville, Virginia, probation violation felony. Marquise Jaquan Davis, Martinsville, Virginia, hit and run. William Paul Rye, Martinsville, Virginia, failure to appear. Albert Lawson, Martinsville, Virginia, probation violation, felony. Jessica Susanna Wagner, Martinsville, Virginia, probation violation, felony. And ultimately, Stephanie Palmer Stanley, Martinsville.
The lead up to it, this didn't spring up overnight. This had been stuff in the works for many, many months, more than a year.